Look, I know you worked really hard to get pregnant, and I feel bad saying this to you, Risa, but
What is it?
that kid, can you get an abortion?
What? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying at all.
It's exactly as I said. There's also one more thing that I want to say to you.
What?
I want you to get a divorce.
My name is Risa Asakura, 35 years old. I married my husband, Keita, around 10 years ago. We got married when we were young, but the two of us get along really well. We were both the outdoorsy type, and on the weekends we would go to places together in our car and enjoy the different views and all the delicious food. Everything about our lives was going smoothly, except that we were never blessed with the treasure of the family. I was only getting older, and to be honest, I stressed about it every day. Hey, Keita, do you have a minute?
Huh? What's wrong?
Do you ever think about wanting children?
That came out of nowhere.
Well, I was just wondering how you felt about it, so I thought I'd ask.
Are you worried about the fact that we haven't been able to have kids yet?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm already 35 years old. Just from age, I'm worried about it.
I don't think there's anything to stress about. Sometimes you have to leave these things up to fate.
That might be true, but everyone I know has kids already. Of course that makes me nervous.
No, you're worrying too much. I know a few people who had a hard time getting pregnant too.
You really think so? I just feel I should start going for infertility treatment.
Infertility treatment?
Yeah, I think it would be best to discuss it with the doctor. Ask about other ways that we can get pregnant.
I don't know about that. I don't think anything will change, even if the doctor looks at it. It's not like there's anything wrong with your body. You're getting your period every month, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I am, but...
Anyway, you're overthinking it. As long as there's nothing wrong with your body, you'll definitely be able to have kids. Let's not stress about it and take it slowly, day by day, alright?
Sure. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna head to bed first. Don't think too much about it.
Keita was always really against me going on infertility treatment, and I didn't understand why. Later on, I'd find the reason behind it, but at the time, just as Keita said, I decided not to think about it and continue on living my life. Even still, I wanted to hear the opinion of other people who were in the same boat as me, so I decided to go to lunch with some of my senior colleagues from work. This is what my husband's saying, but what do you two think? What? That's what your husband said to you? I wonder why he insists on stopping you. Do you think I should go to the doctor at least once? If you're worried about it, then I definitely think you should go, even if it's just to ask them some questions. That's true. I don't think you have anything to lose by going. You're right. Actually, I know a famous clinic for this. Do you want me to introduce you? You wouldn't mind, would you? Of course. I'm sure the doctor there would be really happy to help you. I'll get in touch with him and let you know. Thank you very much. Risa, don't hold it in too much yourself, especially if you're planning on going through some infertility treatment. You can take some time off work too. Really? I also had a period where I had a hard time getting pregnant, so I totally understand how you're feeling. Yeah, same. Plus, this thing can be kinda hard to talk about with your husband. If there's anything you need, you can always come and talk to us. Thank you both so much. I'm going to go get proper infertility treatment and do my best so that I can give you both good news. That's the spirit. I'm looking forward to it. I was really struggling with the fact that I couldn't have kids, but after talking to my kind senior colleagues like this and hearing their supportive words, there was a part of me that felt refreshed. And so, keeping it a secret from my husband, I decided to go to this clinic. Infertility treatments cost quite a bit of money, so I used my savings from when I was single, as well as my pocket money I had saved up just for this, and I took my treatments, slowly, day by day. And the result of that, 2 years later...
Miss Asakura, congratulations! You're pregnant!
Is this real?
Yeah, it was a very long journey to get here, but you made it.
I can't believe it! Now I can finally have a child!
You did a great job. The child in your belly is proof of your perseverance and dedication. I'm thrilled for you. Congratulations!
Thank you very much.
I'm sure your husband will be very happy to hear this, won't he?
Yes, I'm going to tell him as soon as I get home. Hey, Keita!
Oh, welcome home! What happened?
We did it!
Did it? Did what?
What do you mean, what? A baby, of course.
Oh, really? Congrats!
I'm sorry for making you wait this long.
Yeah, wait, what? Were you going to an infertility clinic or something?
Actually, I kept it a secret from you, but since 2 years ago, I just couldn't give up on trying to have a baby with you.
I see.
Hey, what's this reaction? Aren't you more excited? We're finally going to have our baby. I thought you'd be happier.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry? Is there a reason you're not happy about this?
No, not exactly, but
Haven't you been acting kind of strange lately?
that's not true. I've been normal.
No matter which way you looked at it, Kate's behaviour was not normal. At that moment, I remembered our exchange from 2 years ago. Now that I think about it, around 2 years ago, I talked about going to the fertility treatment with you, and you insisted on stopping me, didn't I? That's why I started the treatments, but I kept it a secret from you, and because it was a secret, I paid for it all myself. Hey, do you have some reason that me getting pregnant would cause you some kind of trouble? Don't be so quiet and just say something!
Look, I know you worked really hard to get pregnant, and I feel bad saying this to you, Risa, but
What is it?
that kid, can you get an abortion?
What? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're trying to say at all.
It's exactly as I said. There's also one more thing that I want to say to you.
What?
I want you to get a divorce.
At this sudden request, my mind went completely blank. The tears overflowed and wouldn't stop. I just couldn't stand there without confronting Kater. I don't understand! I did all of this for you! How could I possibly accept any of this?
I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't going to change anything. What's the reason? Is it a affair? Is there another woman?
Yeah. There's someone that I'm very serious with. At first, we were just messing around, but, then little by little, I really started to fall for her, and, I'm sorry.
You're the worst.
Also, between that girl and I, we already have a child.
What?
He's going to be 2 years old soon.
For that long?
Unlike you, who got pregnant through medical treatments, this is my real child. Of course, I'd love this child more than anything.
Are you trying to say that a child made through infertility treatment isn't real?
I mean, no matter how you think about it, a child made through natural circumstances is superior.
I'll never forgive you. When I was seriously stressed for our sake, this is what you were doing. What are you going to do about it?
Of course, I fully recognize that what I was doing was terrible, and the worst. I'm planning on paying a settlement fee to you. So just abort that one, and we can end this peacefully, right?
Excuse me? Are you planning on solving all of this with money? So you're saying you won't care what happens to me?
I told you I would pay a settlement fee, didn't I?
I can't believe this is how you're trying to put an end to this.
Even after all of this, you still don't understand?
How could I? You're the crazy one for trying to get me to accept this.
I see. I thought that I could give you some money so that we could end this peacefully. But it looks like that's going to be impossible.
What's that supposed to mean?
If you're saying you won't take care of it, then I have to do this!
Ow!
This is what you get for defying me, you know? Risa, listen. This is also for your own sake, alright?
What? What does that mean?
Even if you were to have this child, the harsh reality of being a single mother is all that awaits. In that case, it's better to get ahead of it and do this, right?
You're truly the worst.
I'll leave the divorce papers here. Once you've calmed down, you can sign it. Well then, see you.
Wait, where are you? As my consciousness was fading, I saw Kater leaving the house. Luckily, since my cell phone was nearby when I fell on the ground, I was barely hanging on, but I was able to call an ambulance. Thanks to the quick response from the doctors, somehow, the baby in my stomach was saved from the attack. Thank goodness.
If you called the ambulance even a few minutes later, I think your baby's life and your life both would have been at risk.
Is that so? Thank you so much.
Is your husband not coming?
No, he's not coming. I don't care about that scumbag anyway. What Kate had done was no different from attempted murder. It was the worst possible action that had no regard for human life. I'm definitely going to get my revenge. After my release from hospital, I hired a lawyer, and I started preparations in order to sue Kater. During that time, Kater never showed his face anywhere near me. Since he had probably been going in between households all this time, he probably took the opportunity to spend time with his family from the affair. If anything, that was perfect for me. It allowed me to line up everything that I needed. A few months later...
I'm home! How's your health? I'm glad you were okay, Risa.
You've got some nerve showing your face in front of me.
Don't be so mad. Anyway, did you fill out the divorce papers?
Yeah, of course. But before we get to the divorce papers, do you have a minute?
Huh?
Here, this is for you. A bill of compensation.
Ah, the settlement. Sure. I'll pay the... wait, what? $100,000? Why is it this much?
The other day, I hired a lawyer, and I had them make a quote for the settlement.
Huh? I heard that the average settlement for a divorce is around $10,000. I bet there's something wrong with that lawyer.
Who's the one that's wrong? Listen closely. You cheated on me and had an affair for years. On top of that, you hid that from me and stayed silent as I went into my infertility treatments. Do you have any idea how much money, time, and distress that cost me? Not only that, you tried to kill the baby that was inside of me. What you tried to do was crystal clear murder.
Shut up! You're probably too stupid to know this, but murder against unborn babies isn't going to pass in court. Otherwise, there's no way that abortion would be legal. I don't care what kind of settlement this might be, but I have no intention of paying this joke.
Now I know just how much you don't care about the life inside of me. But you know, there's no point in this useless rejection. Even if you have no intention of paying it, I can just seize your assets instead.
There's no way that's going to fly without my approval.
Well, then why don't you get a lawyer as well? That is, if there's any lawyer out there in the world who'd be willing to take on a case for you where you're 100% responsible for a crime.
You bastard!
All your precious things like your house, your car, your brand-named goods, all those are going to disappear, but I assume you're okay with that, considering what you did.
Not those!
Kato finally shut up, but I decided to keep going and let hell rain on him. By the way, I've already spoken to your parents and informed them of everything.
What? What have you done? How dare you!
Kato's parents were extremely wealthy investors. I'm sure he assumed if anything were going to happen, he could just go crying to his mommy or daddy. There's no way that I wasn't going to stamp that out of the question. In fact, Kato's parents begged me through tears to let them see their grandchild that they'd finally be able to have, and his parents also paid me a settlement fee. I'd always gotten along well with my in-laws, and they never said anything about my difficulties getting pregnant. They're incredibly decent people, and it doesn't change the fact that I still really like them. That's why I decided to continue my relationship with my in-laws, which means we have no intention of having any relationship to that guy. We're disowning anyone who's going to treat our precious grandchild like that, is what they said.
What? That can't be true! But I'm my parents' one and only heir!
Yeah, so my child that's about to be born is going to be the heir. In addition to your social trust, you're also going to lose your parents and your parents' inheritance, and that's what you deserve.
How? There's no way!
That's not all. I have the most tragic news for you.
Tragic?
I had them investigate that woman you've been cheating on with me, and what they found was better than anything I could have imagined.
What? Just tell me already!
Do you want to hear it? In fact, that child that your girlfriend gave birth to, turns out it wasn't yours.
What? There's no way that's true! Even considering the timing, there's no one else that it could be!
Looks like that woman had another man in her life. Here's the photo evidence. To that fatal blow, even Kaito must have been defeated, and both of his eyes filled with tears.
This can't be real. A guy other than me? It's a lie! It's all a lie!
Apparently, that other guy was absolute scum, who wouldn't work and was always fooling around, so the woman didn't know what to do, and decided to start a relationship with you to try and get you to raise the child with her. Meanwhile, you were telling me that this was your real child that was made through natural circumstances. Thank you for this huge joke that would shock even a comedian.
How? How?
Well, your only redeeming quality was your money, and that's going to disappear with this settlement.
No! This is all just a bad dream! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
No, if anything, you did just wake up from a dream.
Huh?
There's no way that a middle-aged guy like you would be able to date a young girl like that.
But that's...
Even though when we first started dating, you always talked about how much you hated women who were only after your money. Once you got older, did you lose the affection of a young woman? You're truly the biggest scum of the universe. The fact I was married to garbage like you is the biggest mistake and the biggest embarrassment of my life. You're a grown adult man. Please stop crying like that.
Hey! Risa! Please help me!
Huh?
I'm really messed up! I really am sorry! So please, take back gotta know that you still love me, right? That's why you worked so hard for the infertility treatments, right? Right? I don't have anyone left besides you! I'm begging you!
And then, Keita slid across the floor and got down onto his knees in a beautiful generation-bending apology. It was just so comical that I couldn't help myself but to burst into laughter. How dare you? In what world would I ever go back to you? You have no idea how much I loved you, how much I wanted a child with you, and for you to just do that? How much time, how much money, how much stress I spent on you. You'll probably never understand it until the day you die.
Risa, I messed up. I'm truly sorry.
Here are the divorce papers.
No!
You're going to spend the rest of your life having a taste of the pain and suffering that both this baby and I feel. Well then, I'm going to leave the rest from here to the lawyer. Goodbye.
Wait! Please wait! Risa!
And so, fully backed by a lawyer, I officially sued both Keita and Keita's mistress for the settlement fee. $100,000 was pushing it, but I was able to cover all of the infertility treatments until now. A settlement fee for the assault, settlement fee for the adultery and the divorce, and all in all, I succeeded in getting $80,000. Keita was demanded to settle it in one payment, so I'm sure his savings account was immediately depleted. From there, it was only deeper into the sludge. Keita went straight to his girlfriend and tried to collect the settlement fee for her lying and saying that it was his child and that he was getting married, and also all of the money that he'd spent on her until then. Of course, his girlfriend had no money or earnings of her own, and had no idea how she could ever pay for that, and all she could do was cry and beg for his forgiveness. An irritated Keita must have lost his mind and assaulted her, and in the end he was arrested by the police. On top of that, the real father of the child disappeared, and the child that Keita had been raising believing to be his own was taken into a child services centre. I'm sure he would be 100 times happier there than staying in a household like that. On the other hand, after all that, I successfully gave birth to a healthy baby. I went through hell and back in order to have this baby, and for the rest of my life, I will spend making sure that this baby is as happy as it can be. Ever since the baby was born, my parents, as well as Keita's parents, and my senior colleague mums from the company would come in and out of the house to help me raise the child. With the love of so many people, I think my baby is the luckiest baby in the world. I'm sure I will face many difficulties as a single mother, but still, being able to have the baby I hoped for my entire life, and being supported by all these amazing people is wonderful. Despite the rocky road it took to get there, I'm so blessed, and I will never take it for granted as I embark on this next chapter of my life. I can't wait.